So, there is nothing better than when you find that shoe you've been looking for a while at a very good price. Let's go ahead and take a look. All right, y'all, what's going on? Welcome back. My name is Robert. Do me a favor, drop a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all those good things, man. Listen, we're going to take a look today at a certified classic, a very popular 90s basketball shoe. That shoe is none other than the Reebok Question Blue Toe. Now, if you watch my vlog that I dropped, the last video that I dropped, I did a whole vlog for that. So go check it out if you haven't if you haven't watched it. You know, I was really excited to get out and make some content like that. I'm gonna try and do more vlogs here and there when I have time. So go check the video out. Now, like I said, we're taking a look at the Question Blue Toe. Let's go ahead and start with the box because we cannot talk about it without talking about the box. Now, this right here, man, is it really just looks like it's a nod to like the Reebok boxes, how they used to come back in the 90s. This classic royal blue box here with your Reebok branding, your Vector logo right here in white and red. Just a really nice box, and I'm glad that they went this route with it. Keep these boxes coming, okay? They're just nice. Now, it is a pull-out box. I don't think it was that way back in the day. Probably was a flip-top box if I remember correctly, but either way, you've got Reebok paper right here inside, so that's about it. Shoe doesn't come with any extra laces, anything like that. But let's go ahead and take a look at these shoes. Here we have it, y'all, the Reebok Question Blue Toe. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Y'all, I mean, get a close-up look. We're gonna talk about it, but look at the leather. I'm telling y'all, man, like, I know a lot of people may be looking at this shoe. If you didn't grow up in the 90s, you may not know. This shoe was worn by Allen Iverson, one of the best point guards ever. Go check out some of his highlights. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube or whatever, but this right here in particular was always my favorite colorway. Now, there was this one, there was a red toe that also released back in the day, but just something about that blue toe has always just looked so fire to me. Now, this shoe dropped last year, I believe, and it retailed for a US retail price of $160. Now, I've been waiting around because I've seen it on sale for like, $120, $130, even $90 at one point. And I was just like, with all the other shoes that were coming out, I just didn't want to buy them at that price. And I just kept waiting. I decided to go to a local mall, and I was like, let me just check, because this particular store, I talk about it in my vlog, they usually have very good deals. Now, this shoe, like I said, retail for $160. I got this for 50% off. Yes, $80, y'all. You cannot pass up on a deal like this. When you see it, you gotta grab it. Now, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. Now, I believe this shoe released back in like 1996, and as I said, it was worn by Allen Iverson when he played for the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, looking at the upper of the shoe, I talked about the quality here, but let's just get a close-up. Look at the leather, y'all. When I press on it, I mean, it's soft. You don't get this type of quality on a lot of your Jordan brand releases, except for that DJ Khaled 5 that dropped, but y'all didn't listen to me. Anyway, I'm off on a tangent now. The quality of the leather, I just want to talk about it. It just shows that if companies, people wanted to do it, they could. This leather quality on this shoe is super nice. You got the tumbled leather all over the upper here. You've got the leather on the ankle collar right here, these kind of ridges. It's also pretty nice, like slightly harder than right here, than right on this side, but still very nice quality. You've got your Reebok kind of text going up the eyelets here on the shoe. As you can see, it spells out Reebok. If you did not know that, you can see it right up there. You've got your Vector logo right here in blue, outlined in red. And of course, what makes this shoe, another very popular part of this shoe, aside from the blue toe, is this kind of hexalite right here. This is the cushioning technology that they used to use on this shoe back in the day. Now, I remember it having more of a white look to it. You could actually see it. This right here, not so much, but still, I don't know if it's real hexalite. I don't know if they still do that, now, but either way, still a fire shoe, just a detail that I figured I would call out and mention. Now, taking a look at one of my favorite parts of the shoe, of course, that blue toe right there. Get a look at it, man. Fire, fire, blue toe right there. Love that material on the shoe. You can see the actual outsole, icy blue outsole kind of coming up there on the toe there. And you've got this mesh tongue with kind of white rope laces here. And at the very top of the tongue, it's actually a pretty big tongue. I mean, look at that. You've got your Reebok Vector logo right there. Again, in royal blue, outlined in red. Yeah, royal blue, yep. Okay, now, moving around to the medial side. It's almost the same, pretty much the same, but on the eyelets, you don't have Reebok here. You just have Reebok Vector logos all the way up the shoe. See that? Okay, so pretty much the same thing, but get another look at the quality, y'all. I can't say it enough. And for $80, you can't beat it. Now, moving around to the actual heel of the shoe. You've got number 3 there. If you don't know, that is Allen Iverson's number. And moving up there, some more leather. And at the top, you've got that blue that I really like here. And you've got the question logo. That's the logo for Allen Iverson, this shoe right here. So you can see the Q with the Reebok Vector logo there. Okay, now let's take a look at the outsole. I remember this vividly, this blue outsole from back in the day. You didn't see a whole lot of this, but that icy blue outsole just stands out, looks fire. Obviously you can see the Reebok Vector logo here in that blue color, and you've got the Reebok text when you read it vertically there. All right. And you can see back here, you got Hexalite text and branding right there. And as you can see the Hexalite right in there. Again, I don't know if this is real Hexalite, but I imagine it's not, but just want to call out that that detail is there. Okay, now one thing that I forgot about this shoe, or I've seen it before, but it's just like something you typically don't think about a lot of times, and that's the insole. So on this one, they are, I believe, yeah, they are slightly different, yeah. So I'm gonna try and take them out if I can. Hopefully they're glued in. Of course they are. Of course they're glued in. If I can get it out, it's coming out, but I don't hope I can get it back in. Actually, that is, this one doesn't want to come out. I pulled it out half the way, but it's stuck on something. Let's see here. But basically, let's see if the other one comes out here. They're both glued in. Now, why would they do this? Okay, if I can find some images, I'll put it up here. But on the left shoe, you've got, the insole has the Reebok Vector logo, but it also has Allen Iverson's face. Hopefully you can kind of see it there on the inside, right? And on the right shoe, you've got the question logo and the other side of his face. See, wish I could get it out. I mean, it is glued in pretty tight. This one almost came out, but I think it was stuck inside. But anyway, so that's that. You got the kind of, cool insoles on the shoe. This is a very, very good deal, man. And I know that they're pretty much on sale at, pretty much any store you look right now. A couple of them may still have them at retail, but don't pay the retail price. They're gonna go on sale. Yeah, so that's about it, guys. That's the Reebok Question Blue Toe. Allen Iverson's, man. Classic shoe. If you don't have them in your collection, get one pair. I also have the yellow pair, I believe the Kobe Bryant pair, and I've got the red toe. Now, I mention those because we're gonna talk about sizing right now. So, sizing on these shoes, man. When I bought the red pair, I initially bought a 9.5 and a 10. And because I was trying to figure it out. Now with that shoe, I really felt like the 9.5, my toe was at the end of the shoe. So I took it back and I kept a 10. Now looking back, I feel like if you really just put this shoe on, lace it up, you can go with your true size or half size up. I would have probably suggest the half size up because this toe box is a little bit narrow. And I went with my half size up, which is the 9.5. And it fits. It's not as narrow, as I remember the red toe to be. But the only issue I have with this shoe is not really the actual length of the shoe, which is what I thought it was initially. It's when you put your foot in, you feel this area of stitching and this piece on the top of your foot, which applies a little bit of pressure on the top of your foot, which is what I do not like. I don't like pressure on the top of my toes. So for that reason alone, I would say go up to go up a half size. True to size or half size, you should be fine. I went up with the full size 10 and I tried on the yellow pair a few weeks ago and they fit okay. They're slightly roomy. I feel like if I tie them up though, I won't have any problems at all. So I just wanted to mention that. Now, I always like to, kind of give my thoughts on whether or not this is a must pick up. Now I'm gonna say, no, not for most people. Even for me, I kind of waited for a while because I didn't want to pay full price, right? But if you can get them for $80, something like that, or even cheaper, go ahead. The quality is there. It's a classic shoe. Like I said, leather quality. It's like a certified classic 90s basketball shoe. And it's a must for any collector. But I understand why some people might not pick them up. But considering where prices of shoes are currently, they are like, each release is sometimes dropping for $200, $210, $225, And when you see stuff like this for $160 and it goes on sale for something as low as $80, like I said, which is what I got these for, that's a bargain in my opinion. So that'll be about all for me, guys, in the Reebok question blue toe. Do me a huge favor by dropping a like on this video and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. And I will see you in the next video.